This is Wyrd, Season 2 Community Meeting. Should start on the hour in approximately 3 minutes.
We'll be waiting about till 5 minutes after to make sure people are in, and then we'll begin. For all the new people that have popped in, we'll be starting the meeting in just a few more minutes. Silver, do you have your recording ready? All right. It's that time, people. To, I guess, start us off, I will let everybody know here. We have pre-build tickets open now. You are free to come in to do a little bit of pre-building as long as you have at least 2 people in your clan. There will be allowed 2 builders per clan. And pre-building, the actual like letting you guys into the server, will be right after the meeting. All right. I'm unsure how many people have actually taken a peek at the chapter 2 information. Um, so if you have not, that's okay. I'm gonna read out loud the Welcome to Eden, because this season and all the seasons going forward, uh, you guys will be exploring or adventuring in Eden. Welcome to Eden. It's a living realm unlike any land you have walked before. Eden is a high fantasy world shaped by forces older than memory and richer than myth. It is a place where magic breathes, the land listens, and every choice leaves an imprint deeper than you expect. You will not begin your journey knowing everything, because knowledge is something earned here, not handed out like trinkets. Eden is a world built for discovery. You will explore ancient places with shifting truths, encounter creatures touched by a strange essence, and meet characters who are shaped by the same living magic that threads through the land. You choose your path, forge your story, and carve your place in a realm that responds to you. Every player begins with a blank slate. No factions to memorize, no kingdoms to pledge to, no requirements to chase. You step into Eden free of burden and free to become whatever the world pulls from you. Some are called by light, others by shadow, and many find their purpose somewhere in between. You will find relics that remember more than you do. You'll feel the land react to your actions. You will uncover mysteries only if you're willing to look deeper. Eden is not meant to be rushed. It is meant to be lived through character, curiosity, and connection. Whether you arrive as a wanderer, a scholar, a fighter, or something entirely your own creation, you belong here. Your story belongs here. If you ever feel unsure or overwhelmed, our staff is ready to help guide you. Just step forward, ask, and you will not be alone. Welcome to Eden. The realm breathes. Now it waits for you. So, welcome to Eden. Uh, this is going to be a realm that actively responds to you. Allie, do you want to mention anything about Eden?
Well, in short, you said it. Eden responds to everything. They see everything. So if you burn the world, she'll know. If you nurture the world, she'll know. And depending on what you do, will absolutely reflect how she responds to you.
Yes. Along the same note, uh, uh, players will be given the option to come in being a native to Eden. So, someone who has come from this realm. It doesn't have to be the land that we're in, it can be something that's not here, that's in another continent. But a native would be from Eden. And if you do choose to go native, let us know in a ticket so that we can help guide you in giving a little more lore to you about Eden. Or you can come in with the collective. Now, the collective is a group of individuals who are not native to Eden. They're here to poke everything. They're a research collective. That's all they are. And they just want to know why the heck Eden just is here. You don't have to be actively a part of the collective. The collective could have brought you along. You could have hitched a ride on one of their space boats or whatever. Whatever you wish to do with your character, if you have any questions, you can let us know. Allie, I heard you
Mhm.
unmute. Do you want to say something?
I was gonna say the collective, in short, the best way to word it is touch things. Fuck around and find out. And it's not a bad thing, like a bad fuck around and find out. But go forth, touch things. That is their whole premise. They're curious. They want to know information. They want to touch all of the things. All of them. Hey, this rock is different than a rock back home. I shall lick. Kind of touch everything. And we encourage that, and the collective encourages touch everything. And like Panda said, you don't have to be a part of them. They just simply opened the way for you to get here. Now that being said, I know one note to add is don't believe it was in the questions. And if it is, well then I'm answering it early and will gladly answer it again. This does not mean yes, touch everything. Um in the context of, is this realm closed off to other realms? No. It is open. So if you have a cousin or a deity or whatever you choose over in another realm, you can contact them. It would just be more of like snail mail to get to them. It would not be instantaneous.
Oh,
Oops. I done
Silver
did an
is
oops.
gone.
Her internet's probably acting up.
She's down there.
Come back.
Come back.
I'm trying to multitask and I hit something wrong on my phone.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oops.
Magnus, Silver, do you think that we have missed anything in regards to the natives and the those coming in with the collective?
I do not believe that we have missed anything. As you did state, if you guys have questions, go right ahead and ask. I know just today I helped a few people figure out their characters. So we are willing to help and we are here to help.
Yeah. If you have any generalized questions, please put it in the community meeting questions. We'll go through those soon. After we touch a couple of other topics. If you have a question pertaining to your character specifically, open ticket. There's a few in here, people I see and recognize, who have already done so, who've made little inquiries, and it's helped them out. I'd like to assume it helped them out because they said they were good. So, we will help you to the best of our abilities without forcing you any direction. More of just giving you ideas, inspiration to create what you wish to create.
Yes. If you don't want to put a question in community meeting questions, feel free to put in a ticket and we can answer questions privately there, even if it pertains to other people. While it might help other people, some people are a little too shy. We know this. I'm that way. Kind of moving on. Curses. Allie, you want to go over curses?
Sure. So we understand. We've had some questions already in our question section about curses, but we will reiterate it here so that everybody is under the knowledge of this. Eden's curses are different, roleplay wise, than those of other realms. So, for example, if you are a vampire, when you come to Eden, it is not Eden's vampirism. So it would be more of a roleplay flair than it would be a mechanics thing. If you want the mechanics, there is a way to obtain it through RP in the world, and you don't need an admin to hold your hand to do it. We don't have to babysit you. We don't have to go, no, you need to do XYZ number of hours. It's all right there for you to do on your own time when you wish to do it. Same with lycanthropy. That does not devalue you coming in as a vampire or a lycanthrope. It's just, it would be different than that of Eden's, which is why curses are not available at off rip as a can I come in as a vampire type thing. It is something even those who are native to Eden will have to go out and obtain.
Mags, you want to add anything to that? Because I know you worked on it.
And I don't want to hear anyone complain that it is impossible to do these because I have tested extensively the tasks that are set for both vampirism and lycanthropy. And if something breaks, blame Silver.
Hey,
Poor Silver.
for clarification, generally I have been used as the litmus test for mobs, so really, please don't bitch about the mobs. If you can't beat them, then I must be a better player than I thought. Sorry.
If you can't beat any mobs as a solo, try and go get some friends. Friends
Roleplay.
always help. But if a mob is actually a little too like tough, feel free to stick a suggestion in, and we do read every suggestion that comes in. So
Mm-hmm.
it
For
may or may not get changed depending on how things go.
short example, we changed things last night. We've changed things today.
Everything is changing. Always.
I can go and start the next one too. So
Yeah.
as for our classes, they are evolving classes. So at the beginning of the server start, when everybody goes in, T1, tier 1, is the only class that is available. Within roughly a week or two, max, tier 2 will be available to go out and obtain. How to do so would be finding the person that is of the tier 2 for your original path or class, apologies, which is listed in our season 2 information, and start working with them. This will take a couple of lessons, and there is a small cooldown between each of the lessons, because we wanted to encourage players to develop into their Eden Realm version of themselves over a little bit of time, and not come in being, Unga Bunga the strongest. Nobody will be the strong, like even NPCs are not the strong. They have to do the same thing. So it is tier 3 will be another week or two after that. And again, there is a cooldown between each of the tiers. It is to encourage to take time, and also to go out and to role play, not simply focus on how fast can you get to a tier 3. There is plenty to do as a tier 1. There is plenty to do as a tier 2, and there is plenty to do as a tier 3. Now, that all being said, if at some point you discover that you do not like the class that which you have chosen for your character, you do not feel that it is a fit, you are able to open a ticket and do one class change for that character. Because we understand that sometimes the original path in which you chose, for example, let's say a rogue, but you find that you're more comfortable playing a barbarian, for example, then you can switch that. If you do a completely different from tier 2 to try to do to a new class, though, you will be tier 1 for that class path, because you have to learn that class path. It would just be like changing subjects in college or university.
Yes. Excellently put.
I know our next topic was, I didn't know if you wanted to start it or Mags is going to just take it all.
Max, languages.
Lay it on, everybody.
Languages. There are actually a bunch of languages in the world that people will be able to attain through RP. They each have a quest that you will do before you get your lesson for said language. After you get said lesson, there will be a cooldown before you can get your next lesson, similar as with the classes. And then once you learn a language, there's a cooldown before you can learn another language. I believe, if my memory serves correctly, uh, there are no duplicate quests in the entire language thing. Silver can verify that, I think.
Yep.
So all of those are different and unique and have their own flavors to them.
Some are silly.
Oh,
Let's be
yes.
honest.
Yep.
Some are silly.
So, some are very silly. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers on what they are, but some of them are very silly. I kind of had brain mush when I got to some points in the language quest lines.
Oh, shush, Carlisle.
Mags, how many languages are there?
There are, if I remember correctly, I coded 18 unique quest lines for languages.
And then about how
And
many
then
quests are there per language?
and then there's the pathway, and then there's 4 quests per, so 72 quests if my memory serves correctly, everybody, or my math is right. And I did
72
that in
for additional languages, but there are 6 base languages. Each path has its own.
yeah,
Idea.
And to add a little sneak, I guess I can't even really call it a sneak. A little just FYI for everybody, with us deciding that this is the realm that we will be in for every season going forward. Whatever language you learned this season, if you bring your character back next season, you keep your languages. The only reason you would lose a language is if whatever continent we are on, that would be that language isn't on that continent. So that would be the only one
Yes.
reason that wouldn't be there. Otherwise, if you're here for the next 3-4 seasons and you learn over that time, let's say 10 languages, then congratulations. That character of yours now knows 10 languages. And you can be like, oh, I've been around Eden for a long time.
Now, that kind of also leads into another note. You are able to learn all of the languages if you put your mind to it. I don't think you'd be able to learn all of them in a single season, but there is no limit to how many languages you can learn. The only limit is time constraints. Is there anything else that we missed? Mags, do you think?
Oh, Nate is asking, do we get to have languages that may be already known by your character? I'm assuming you mean off the rip, Nate? Off a launch?
When you go to make your character sheet, because we will encourage everybody to make their character sheet before leaving the spawn room. Depending on the point allocation that you have put into things, you might be able to get one of the exotic languages or one or two of the normal basic languages.
I got you, Floofy.
The only other thing that I could really say about the languages, go out and explore, because some of these languages you're gonna have to look for. Uh, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there for people to explore. Just to give kind of an idea, we have been working on season 2 stuff for months. months, close to 6 months, I would say.
Yeah. Consistently.
Yep. There is a lot out there.
Oh yeah. So much out there.
For the next topic, there are going to be a few dungeons that are blocked. They're only blocked for now. This is not a forever thing. It is a world progression thing. And also a fine tweak, tunement, adjustment sort of thing. For example, one that I will use because I know everybody here has already seen that it came out. The new dungeon that came out less than 72 hours ago by the map creator is currently blocked off. But I will tell you, it is going to open. It will open. It's just
Yeah.
going to take a little bit.
Yes. If something is blocked now, it may not remain as such during the season. Along those same lines, we will be having testers go through and help test mobs and these dungeons before they open. So if anyone wants to be a tester, stick a ticket in. Let us know. We're always welcoming new testers.
All the time. So
Uh,
from stamina and mana, I'll let you go through that because that's been your
yes.
bane.
So it has been, yeah. In the RR sheet, we have two stats. One of them that's been there before but hasn't really been used, and one brand new one. We've got stamina and mana. And those are two stats that are, it depends on how many points of different things you put in. Is how much stamina and mana you will have. Now, stamina is super important. It's what you use for mining, for some other things around the map. I'm a little discombobulated. Both of them are going to be used for
And there
various
is
things
ways.
around the map.
Yep, and there is ways to get it back. There are places that you can go or things that you can touch that will do an instant recharge of it. I believe we set it to twice a day, 3 times a day.
No, it's once a day for the um uh along with the stamina and mana, it comes with long rests and short rests. You have 2 short rests and 1 long rest. You can refresh those rests once a day. And both of those rests give you various amounts of stamina and mana back.
Yes, and in addition to your ability to do those long rests and short rests, there is also places in the world, go touch, that will do a once a day to reset that. So between your ability to take a short rest, a long rest, and a place where all the places are tied to one cooldown. So it's you can't go to one, use up all your stuff, and then run to another. To reset that as well, I say reset to recharge that as well.
Indeed, indeed.
Do we want to start going through the questions?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
we
the
can
same
start going through
thing.
questions.
Well, first, since I just see it and it's right here in my face, I know I saw min-max heights listed somewhere, but lost them. Panda, min-max heights.
Is it 160?
My
I think it's
my tie,
160.
but my
Yes.
fat nosing. 150
Yep, go ahead.
minimum,
If you got it, Silver.
220 max.
You know. Yep.
150 and 220.
I think it's 160.
Did that change?
I think I was just misguided whenever I told you
We will
150.
double check and let you know.
It is 90% sure it's 160. I will check.
Yeah, I was so certain it was 150.
If a character doesn't completely fit in one path but fits into some of it, is that enough to choose it? I guess that's a good thing to bring up, because then we can chat about paths for a second. I know some people had some issues kind of trying to figure out paths. Allie, you had a really good way that you described paths.
They are like navigational beacons. It is not a defined path. Think of it as more of oh boy, I need to find this. I feel like I need to find my screenshot for it now. Because actually, how even someone worded it when they were inquiring about it in their ticket said it in a very beautiful way. It's one of those where it's more of a guidance than something set hard in stone. For example, if you go and say, I want to do healing. I wanna RP as a healer, but mechanically you want to be more of a tank, then you can roleplay that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with role playing that. Same with if you go as a rogue type class, but you want to roleplay out as an archer, Silver. Then you can do that as well. That is 100% okay. And it's feasible and doable. Um, it's like I started to say, navigational beacons. It is an ideal of which you can go down. There is flux within that. If you choose a path that how Eden sees that path would be manipulative, for example. That does not mean that you can't go another path and be super manipulative. Go for it. We're really trying not to limit characters based on races. And if you fit into two paths, I would say choose the one that you feel fits just a little more than the other one. While you can still play out characteristics of the second path. And there's nothing preventing that. There's also nothing preventing you. Yep, the code is that they're more of guidelines than rules. So if you know you if in roleplay as well, you are taking one path and your character develops and changes and evolves into going towards another path, open a ticket. It's that easy. We can change it for you. All we ask is please don't do it a whole bunch of times. There shouldn't be numerous path changes. It's probably gonna, I would say, limit it to the same as you would for a class. You can have a hardened mechanical path change with it. Um, and I know you're Metal. You're asking questions in addition to this topic, so I don't mind answering those now as well. All of the classes do, in some capacity or another, work very well with the paths. Testers have tested this. There's really no class that doesn't fit with a path. It's more of, I'll use a numerical damage kind of example. If you're a or an oathborn of one and an oathborn of another, the difference might be I can see in the dark. It's such little minute differences like that.
Yes. I hope that answers things a little better for people. Again, if you have any questions regarding paths, your character, whatever you need help wise, feel free to put a ticket in and we will help to the best of our ability. We want to give players lots and lots of creativity, like freedom this season, so we'll help where we can. Will there be a stress test day to test the server before launch? How many testers did we have on the
15,
one day?
16. 16? 16, not including you, me, Silver and Bella. So 20.
And there wasn't too
The
big
only
of
lag,
issues.
I would say the only lag we had, we knew exactly what it was, and as soon as we changed one thing, it was fixed.
Yeah.
And that was an error on your and my part. So
Yeah. Yep. We do have the same server box and everything that we had last season. The only difference is that it's a financial difference. That's it. It's just it's the same thing we had last season.
will we get a list of available shapeshifts?
Yes. That's
Already
in
posted.
yes, as of last night it was posted in the chapter 2 information. Follow-up questions for the shapeshifts. Will curses be an option? I think we've answered that. If so, do you plan to use the curses via Indrids or just through RP means? Will the curse get high jump and shapeshifts? I can talk, or limited shapeshifts. The vampire is the Indrids one, but not the werewolf. But both of them get special, like they get an option to pick a shapeshift, and that is also reflected in the shapeshifting document.
Mm-hmm. Will there be cake at launch day? There's cake every day. Have you seen some of these wonderful, beautiful characters people have made? They're everywhere. Cake is everywhere.
It's true.
Can you tell us about the languages included with each past? I recognize Druidic and Thieves' Cant, but have never heard of the others and how they are tied into each path in RP. How would our characters have likely learned these languages?
So the fancy different names of the languages, there's special languages that each path would have. I mean, I don't know how else to describe them. They're special to the paths.
It would be something that think of it as the knowledge. This is going to sound so silly, but the knowledge was magically placed in your brain walking through. It's more of just so that like you can talk to others of the same path that you are in, if you want to use that. There is also we call it trader common or trade common. It's just fancy name for common. Um, that's really it. And with so many languages being able to be learned, um, we don't expect you to stick to just the language of your path, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Next question. What?
Before we
Oh,
move on,
okay.
I will say the languages for each path are not able to be learned by other people. It's very path specific. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead now.
Are there going to be professions?
Very possibly, but in the future. They would not be like, I don't know how to explain it. They wouldn't be professions like we had last season. They would be more RR professions, and it might not be right off the bat. We're still working out some kinks and trying to figure things out. What
What?
arcana items will be available to players?
Depends on the class you choose.
We are limiting Underworld Arcana items, weapons, armors, all sorts of stuff. Um, Purely because if we let you guys go ham with them, they're pretty overpowered. We have to like fine tune them before we give them out. So they are class specific. For meow.
For meow. Let's see. Next question. Will we be able to buy thralls?
Yes.
Yes. I would say we're doing it a little bit different. Rather than putting thrall spawns out there, we are going to make thralls available to be purchased at stores. Um, to kind of ease that 4-week grind of trying to find a shield right for everybody. You can just go to the store and buy one.
Yes. Will there be any consideration to adding a healing class that isn't a shapeshifter druid, just for added input? A class that doesn't output a lot of damage but has armored spellcaster and mitras. Currently this season, no, unless something happens that we're not a fan of, then maybe, but it's not even a consideration right now. Could be later on, depending how things go.
Can we get an actual reasoning behind what items have been banned from high mains and why?
Oh my goodness, babes, you went through this last night.
Yes. So there are some that is true. Also you are allowed to have it's in our rules, you are allowed to have one of each of the different thrall types in your building. If you go look in the building rules, we do have dimensions about the different thralls and what you can and cannot do with them in there. Just real quick, because I saw that, I want to answer that for you. I gotta scroll back up. So some of the weapons, it's very, very few, from high mains that are just very, very overpowered. Based upon how we have our classes and paths set up. After having numerous testers go through them as well, we felt that this was the best. For example, anybody who played here last season, I'm pretty sure you're well aware, disease was one of those we had on there. It is not on there anymore. Go forth in disease, because there is a way to get around disease. And we acknowledge that. And if players want to play with disease, then go play with disease.
Yeah. Now,
Is that a? I was gonna say, is that a reasonable enough answer for you, Flippy, or would you like us to go more into detail? I'm asking because I know that was your question.
kind of to add on to things too, if for whatever reason there's something that's a little too overpowered that people have, and it's noticed by the admins, then it may be added later on. But fear not, there will be a reasoning given why we put it on a ban list later on. If somebody sees something out there that should be on the ban list, we appreciate tickets. So let us know. We appreciate it.
I will say, just for context of one weapon, there is one weapon that can stack up to 1,000 stacks. Do I think someone's going to sit there and take 1,000 stacks? No, but can you essentially, if you get enough stacks, basically, let's say do 100 out of 2,000 damage, and when that pop goes off, it downs them? Yes, that's why it's on the ban list.
Yes.
Just for an example of one of the weapons. How will the class tier progression work?
Well, we definitely don't want you guys getting bored, so quests. You are going to have quests to go out and do before the trainer will actually train you. They're fairly simple. They're fairly easy. Not too easy, but they're kind of easy. And fear not, locations are given. It's not a guessing game.
The rules state that we can only have 7 chests / boxes for storage in each clan's workshop. Does that include workbenches and taming stalls? I know taming stalls in the rules we do have very specifically listed in there. The workbenches, we are going to put in an added note for it. It was something we were actually discussing a little bit last night. There really isn't a reason, for example, universal crafting benches, that you need more than 2 max. So that will be, expect to see it in the change log of that being altered or added. Why are there no DPS classes with weapon finesse? Was that on purpose or for balance? Or was that was that on purpose for balance? I can't English.
Yes, for the moment it is on purpose for balance purposes. If for whatever reason later on we add it, it will be reflected in the change logs. I promise.
Also, for those that are unaware, weapon finesse currently doesn't work as intended in Indrids, which is another reason that there's no class with it, because it's actually a dead perk right now in Indrids.
And for the same reason, bow mastery is not on the archer types, because it actually doesn't benefit them, it hinders them.
Yeah, we cry.
We cry big tear.
Well, shamans need to put in a ticket for their shape shifts? Their shape shifts, and how long will it take to level up class tiers?
I think we answered the leveling up class tiers already, but we can always reiterate it. The shamans and the archdruids, yes, will need to put in a ticket for their shapeshifts to let us know what ones they would like, and that's when we would give it to them. The leveling up class tiers, everybody starts out at tier 1, and then ideally, between 1 and 2 weeks, we will have tier 2 out. It shouldn't take you long to get to tier 2. I don't believe I have implemented cooldowns for tier up classes. So that should be easy. You get the quests that day, you can finish the quest that day if you really try. And then tier 3 will be another 1 or 2 weeks after tier 2 comes out. Is there a race that is given any shapeshifts or only classes? Allie, would you like to answer this?
What was the question again? Sorry, my
Is there a
brain was
race
elsewhere.
that is given any shapeshifts or only classes?
So everyone will be able to have one non-combative shapeshift. There are a few through the classes that will give additional ones. I believe is it 1 or 2 tier 2s that have?
Shaman is the tier 2 that has it, and Archdruid is tier 3 that has it. They're the only ones that can do the shapeshifting, other than the verdant class or race.
The verdant path,
Path
because
words.
people keep asking about races. Max is going to break this down very simply. The paths are the race. You RP as what race you are. You are not given a race title, it is a path title.
You can be a fairy and be in the Luminant Path. You can be a fairy and be in the Verdant Path. You can be a fairy and pick a path. Whichever path you feel fits the way you would like to play your character.
But yes, the verdant path gets one shapeshift option from the Indrid's list. Then it's only Shaman or Druids that get the Indrid's list. Everything else you got to pick from.
High mains or EE?
Yes. Launch when, Allie?
Launch when? Oh man, you're gonna make me tell
We're
this.
having lunch?
Yes, we're having
I am hungry.
lunchtime.
I mean, I'm down. I think we'll answer that closer to the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that will be the last thing we give out. It will be given out though. We already answered the how curses are going to be obtained. If you missed it, in short, Eden's curses are not the same as normal curses. You can still have it. Your lycanthropy or vampirism when you enter the realm of Eden, but it is more of RP flair until you go and obtain it in the world with no admin interaction. The Eden way.
Also, with another thing with that, because I didn't fail to mention this earlier, just like the classes, if you find the person for these curses, you can knock them out in a single day. There is no time gate on them.
Flippy, I see you.
Squint.
I can squint.
When does the server open? Soon, TM. We'll answer at the end.
Hey, you skipped my question
Yeah,
that I
you
posted
Zippy
to
asked in
Zippy.
general, will where forms ever be available? To those who have the access to the combative Indrids, shifts, yes.
Just not the were-croc or the were-bear.
Yep, those are
currently. Those are
Or the were-jackal. Those, yeah.
Yeah.
Those need heavy testing before we
Yeah,
will be giving those out, because they interacted very oddly with our path and class system.
And some of the variations of those, the other werebear, the secondary werebear, You're just a blinding white light. You don't even look like a bear, so yeah.
I'm bright like a diamond.
Does this racial system provide any bonuses? Example, aquatic creatures being faster swimmers. Constructed beings having thicker flesh / casing, etc.
So kind of like Mags was saying before, we don't really have a racial system. We have a path system, which is how your character would react to the world. It's whatever you want to play, you can play. But there are other options to having fast swimming or thicker flesh, uh, whatever. Like there's stuff out there that you can make. You can make potions. There's lots of things out there that can assist in providing bonuses to your race. Uh, if you have
And
questions as to something, put in a ticket. We
that's
can
what I was
help.
about to say.
Yeah.
If you need our help with figuring out ways to help flavor your character using the path system, we are able to help. We are willing to help.
Some nice barbecue flavoring.
Nom nom nom. Ketchup
Nom
flavoring.
nom.
I'm Canadian.
It's their bill box. Allie, are we giving out bill boxes?
Yes.
Pretty easy.
We did last season. We're doing it this season. Easy peasy. Is
Max
stability.
and really quick, I did check.
Yep.
160 is our lowest.
The
So
rules will be
Minimax
fixed to
height.
reflect their such. Yeah.
Yeah, 160 is our smallest. 220 is our tallest.
I will tell you, because I know I saw some comments about it earlier. If you put the two of those next to each other, it's dramatic.
Yep.
But we also didn't want, something we had discussed was we didn't want super short characters that we felt bordered on childlike, running around, which is why we chose the height that we did, while still making sure to give you plenty of space to play with it.
And an easy way to look at it is maybe Eden's magic made you taller.
Yeah. Unfortunately, anything under 160 messes with your hitbox too. So you you won't have as easy of a time hitting other people, and other people will have a harder time hitting you. Same with the other spectrum. If you go much taller than 220, your hitbox is massive. Um,
I went
it's
as big
so
as Tots
impressive.
allowed, and it was I AoE'd everything. It was a little ridiculous. Obviously, we would
Y-
never allow that, but yes, like that's
y-
yeah.
yes, and that is the max and lowest for you all. There will be some NPCs in the world that are already placed that are higher and or lower.
Yep.
I'm telling you that now because I know people are going to get upset, so I'm telling you now. I'm the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry. I know because I made someone that's like 400.
I made
I've seen
someone
them.
the
They're epic.
smallest that I've made someone that's the smallest Tot allows,
Yeah.
and you will see her in the spawn room.
Spec. You are a
Um, no.
Anyway, go ahead.
Is stability on or off for building? Yes, it is on. It helps with server health, especially in the long run. That being said, it is not at 1. We have it slightly under base game building. And because we personally have experienced using stability off, or even lower than 0.8, and it is disastrous. Next question. If someone goes through the process for mechanical curses and wishes to change someone, Do they have to drag that person awkwardly through the quest too?
Answer this.
Go for it.
The way Eden's curses work, you wouldn't be able to change somebody else. They would have to go through the quests. You unfortunately are not able to change somebody else because you're not a carrier or you're not a, what is it? You can't
Elder.
spread the disease.
No cootie giving. No passing out the cooties.
It's more of a blessing than a curse for Eden. So, Eden's got to give that blessing.
I more than likely missed the answer. How small of detail can we look around? For example, Zippy comes from another realm or part of the world. Will there be unique plants or unique ore, things like that? So I am not bothering you on every single plant, unlike a lotus, or if iron is different here. I heard we can research to our heart's content. I just don't want to overwhelm. I challenge you to overwhelm.
As do I.
No, don't. I
Bring his
know how
one.
bad Floof can be. Don't challenge him. We'll have 1,000,000 tickets from him.
Me too.
Love you, Floof.
Look, if I can deal with somebody researching, I'd say if I could deal with someone researching a rock and going through 6 hours of RP to explain to them that it is just a rock,
Yeah.
I bring it on. I'm for it.
But
You want the RP? I will give you the RP back.
she will. But to kind of let everybody know, there are unique plants, and possibly even unique ores. There's a lot of different unique things to the world, but there's still like the normal things. So iron is iron. The lotuses are lotuses. I promise you, if it's different, you'll know.
It does have a visual. Like they have the differences in our world are visibly noticeable, or we'll have
Yeah.
some sort of a notified chat box. You name it, slap in your face of, hey, I'm different. You'll know if it's different. We've made sure to put the flares there so that you're not going, I see this flower. Is it different? But it looks like a frost lotus. No, it's frost lotus. Now, this other flower that's sparkling and glimmering, when you get near it, you feel a tingly sensation. Go ahead, lick it. I dare you. Alrighty. Pre-builds. Tickets are open. If you would like to pre-build, a minimum of 2 people in your clan to be able to apply for a pre-build. We are sorry for those who are running solo. It is just how we decided to do it this season. To give a chance to those who have bigger builds to have the opportunity to pre-build.
Are the height locked based on what race you are? Like a giant min would be a lot higher than a human's max, etc. No. Everyone
No, every path has the same. Again, it's not really races; it's the path.
Yeah, it's just everybody has the same min max of 160 and 220.
If certain aspects of classes are not available until weeks down the road, how do we explain, oh, my character is a mage, but I can do absolutely nothing for weeks at a time? Panda. I do have an answer for this, but I thought you might want to answer.
Let's hear your answer.
Just because you don't have ability to do, let's use, for example, Blizzard. There is no limitation to you using High Main's magic. None whatsoever.
On top of that, you can also roleplay out your character is weaker here. So you have to.
Your wiggly fingers aren't wiggling right.
They're not wiggling right.
RP
so
out that you have to relearn magic, not because you're trying to relearn, but because the magic here is just different than anything you've ever experienced.
or that your mana is gathering.
What of professions? Are they locked to one per, or can we have as many? Are there quests to unlock professions, or are they just up for immediate grabs? Professions is not a thing at the current moment in time. It is something we are looking at implementing potentially mid-season, if not sooner. We will see.
And if data comes out for that, it will be announced in changelog.
Yep.
Absolutely.
How will certain tier 2 classes be considered and looked at balance-wise in comparison to the others, specifically the 2 rogue archetypes that get their full kits nearly 1 to 2 weeks ahead of all the other classes? Will they have some of their kit removed to mirror the progression of other classes?
Ooh, Max can actually answer this. You remember how people asked earlier about certain arcana items? Some of the class things that you get are arcana items, and you won't have all of your items until you reach the higher tiers of that class.
Yeah. Will all class quests be time gated, or are we allowed to struggle if we wish?
What?
They're time
Well, all
gated
classes.
only in that we are not releasing them all right off the rip. The only reason you have to wait currently is because we don't have them ready yet.
Even once we get them out, the only time gate is between tier 1 or tier 2 and tier 3. It is going to make you wait a week before you can go and do your tier 3 stuff.
No, I must have missed that. Sorry, that's on me.
No, it's okay.
Follow-up question to Flippy's question about the time gated. If someone comes in late, permas, rerolls later in the season, etc., what catch-up systems will be in place so other players can re-engage with the server, or are they going to be severely underpowered in comparison to other players?
I mean, if somebody comes in late or permas or rerolls, I mean, they would have to go through the same process as the others. The only difference is if tier 2 is already out, they'll be able to go from tier 1 to tier 2 quicker than everybody starting at the very, very beginning because it's already out. They wouldn't be severely underpowered.
And we have had testers show us that a tier 1, depending on your capabilities, just for an example, a tier 1 can hold their own against a tier 3.
Yep.
It's not easy, but it can be done.
You can, as a tier 1 with the wrong class, actually fight something that is way stronger than you while not wearing armor. Trust me, I've done it.
Is there an item that can be given to aquatic races so they don't have to worry about breathing underwater?
Isn't there
I
a
would say
ring?
open a ticket. But I do believe that there is a very easily crafted mask for that.
Yeah, if somebody has like flair to their race that they need or want to make it feel better for them, like aquatic races, uh, feel free to open a ticket and we can discuss options with you there.
The next question I have the answer for. MNOP QRSTUV WXY and Z.
Or if you're Canadian, Zed.
For the one who Zed,
Sorry.
yep. For the one who said bring it on, I shall bring it on. I didn't spend a whole season researching different metals for the whole season. Sure. I got you. I will say, because it hasn't been commented on, and for those who have not been with us may not know this, when you open a poking the world question ticket, that is your ticket for the entire season, unless you reroll. Just so you are aware, that is your ticket. That is your link to us for the entirety of the ticket. And if for some reason we do not respond within 24 hours of the poke, of the initial poke, tag us, because we are human and sometimes we look at something, go to write the answer, and then get squirrel brained.
Mm-hmm.
I've got answers
Next question I wasn't
1 and 2.
Yeah. Next question I wasn't around to hear, so I will ask again. 1. Why is the wear forms declined currently?
Because with testing, they were a bit wonky with our paths and our classes. So for the moment, they are declined. They're not given out.
Why? Number 2. Why is the Archdruid the only one with Meech's Grace?
Because the Archdruid and the Shaman, that's our healing class.
Question 3. Will Tier 2 be ready at the get-go or later? Didn't quite catch the answer.
Tier 2, we expect it to be out there within a week or 2 from launch.
What ticket do we place for pre-build? General. Just a general ticket. And launch when?
I mean,
Add 2 weeks because they asked.
before we answer that,
Add 2 weeks for the No.
before we answer that, is there anything else, team, that we have not gone over that we should bring up?
I don't think so. I do have a question for everybody, but if it does Mags or Silver have anything that they think we missed going over?
Brain going doo, so I've got nothing.
So no. Okay. And I'm gonna assume by
I can't really think of anything.
We've been going so hard for the last 2 weeks, my brain ain't working no more.
Oh, when I told you guys that I coded 18 languages, each with 4 quests, I did that in 2 days.
We took 2 of us 2 days to do it.
It took 2 of us 2 days, and we knocked that out. Silver did most of the placing of where stuff was.
Yeah, the team has been super duper hard at work. So honestly, I hope everybody enjoys things. Of course, expect some things to be broken or not things actively every day. So if it's not there now, it will be there.
And as stuff gets added, you guys will be informed in changelog.
Yes. We're not going to leave you in the dark.
Yep. Are there any other questions, concerns, comments, things that anybody wants to ask before we move on to the question I have for all of you before secrets are released? That question that's been asked like 4 or 5 times now. I'm sure Flippy will ask it like 5 more times, and that's fine.
Flippy is very wanting to ask. Also, Flippy, it's not at the bottom of the community meetings questions now.
She kept putting it at the bottom and then
She kept moving it down, but like it's
All right, before I answer that, in just the community meeting talk, who's ready for season 2? Who's excited to figure out and learn the world and start having fun?
I have been so ready, but not at the same time, but yeah.
I know there's quite a few people that have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and we really appreciate the patience. It's very soon, guys. It's very soon. Allie, when is launch?
Hold your butt cheeks
Can't
because
hold
we
it
are
any
going
tighter.
live on the. Hold it tighter, man. You're gonna have to try. We are going live on the 5th. We are going live on the 5th.
Friday. This Friday, people. Yes, that does not give a whole lot of pre-build time. The only reason that we have done that is because even if you're not done with your building, don't worry. You at least have your spot. You have a few days and the rest of today to get as much building as you can.
So I did see another question of what time on Friday.
There'll be an announcement.
Yeah, there'll be an announcement with the actual like day and time.
And I will put your time. The message itself will have. Actually, better yet, hold on. Give me. Everybody can count to 15. If I overshot 15, you can
Start
point and
over
laugh
at
at me.
1. Come on.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Astria is asking, will we have to recreate? Yes, but we got that covered. We got you covered.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll make sure your clans don't go poof. Promise.
There you go. It is posted in announcements. You all
Oh, look
have
at
been
that.
pinged.
Yay.
I can't wait to see everyone and all the RP that people get to do. So excited. What, Floof? What?
But yes, does anyone else have any more questions? I know Floof is typing up another one, but
Can we ban Flu for asking?
Oh no.
You know what? Here we're
But
just
Floof is
gonna
best
for you.
bean.
Allie, I have something I have to give you, by the way.
Oh boy. Let meow. Wait, are you giving it to me in game? Oh,
Yeah.
yes you are.
I
Fancy.
gotta find it. Hold on.
An empty box? That's my favorite. How'd you know?
You're welcome.
Can Floof make a argument for changing the restart time to make it fair for those to try to get on later? It's maybe 6 p.m. PST for those in late. Also no ban Floof. Floof will be evil and do evil things. Yes, like steal thy food. You have to find my food first.
So the reason that we wanted to do that time is so that you and Aussie people, other people around the world,
The Kiwis.
at least have a little bit of time to play on the first day, because not many people think of them. We want to think of them.
They unfortunately and accidentally get left out of a lot. So yeah, and other people it's gonna be super duper late. But that's okay. If you're not in the first 5 minutes, that's okay.
There you go. It's in the box, Allie.
Look, Flippy. Yeah. Oh, my hammer. I smacked someone with this for 3.5 hours the other day. It was very entertaining. It's my band hammer.
Hey, for those that are looking at community meeting talk, Inshara just posted what time it is for Inshara. That's Australian time. It's gonna be launching at 9 a.m. in Australia.
Yeah. In
How
Port
about this?
Carlisle,
The
it's
team will
1:30
come
for 'em
together and
now.
discuss, and the time may change, may or may not.
But
Happy,
I
everyone?
also think, Panda, that Floof was actually asking about the restart times for the server. I think.
Yes.
Restart time?
Oh, restart times? We only have 2 restart times.
Yeah.
So that's and our server comes up pretty quickly.
Yeah. And
I
there
think
is
current restart is 4 PST.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And there is working 10-minute, 5-minute, 2-minute warnings in game. You got plenty of time to know when it's restarting.
And yeah, the server doesn't take too long to come up.
No.
It's like 5 minutes.
Yep.
So it's okay. Everything's okay, I promise.
Floof lied again.
No more questions
What
for
do you
Floof.
have to ask now, Floof?
Last question, Floof.
Everyone after this one has to be in a ticket.
Yep. Ask it now, or you get no more questions.
And technically
Listen,
saying,
I'm
can I ask
hungry,
one?
and I
Can I
would
ask
like-
one more question? Is a question. So. Yep. Go for it. What's up?
I see no typing. Oh my god.
Nabbit.
Ban him. Ban him.
Ban him.
No, you know what? I got better. Give me a second. Let me, right here, click this person. Yep. We're going to do better than banning. You're grounded.
Oh no.
You're the first one of the season. Congratulations. You're the
Yep.
first one of this season to get grounded.
Brood is forever grounded.
Yeah, Brood is forever grounded.
All right. With that, if anyone has any other questions, suggestions, you know where to put them. If you need help with anything, tickets. All the love. Can't wait to see everyone's faces. Pre-building is now open. We are immediately going to go and look at tickets so that we can get people in for pre-building.
Yeah.
Much love.
Questions are now locked.
Enjoy the rest of your guys' evening, morning, afternoon.
Feel free to go pop into the general chat and hang out and chit chat.